All right, guys, I'm so excited about being with this group. When I was asked to speak at the district workshop, I was just so fired up because I do understand, this is our next wave of great leaders in our company. I love speaking to a group like this because I know there's people out there that, within 6 months, 12 months are going to be the next faces of Primerica. And this business is really built from the bottom up. In corporate America, we see so many times it's the CEO and then the rest, but this business is built by our district managers up, and it's district managers that are recruiting, training, and developing new district managers. That's our next, like Mark said, divisions and regionals and RVPs and on up. And when we look at a room like this, it's important to be excited and fired up, but there's also you got to be excited, but there's also a difference between being fired up and on fire. I'm a big basketball fan, and I love watching some of, I TiVo in and out of appointments and meetings and things like this, but I would watch the NBA playoffs, and you think about being fired up and on fire. The fans in the stands, when you watch Miami play and Dallas play, the fans in the stands are fired up, but at the same time, they're texting, they're getting up and going to get their hot dogs. They're using the restroom, right, talking on their phones. They're fired up. But the players down there on the court, Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade on the court, those guys are on fire. They're focused. They're intense. And that's what this group's got to be today. There's going to be people even maybe around you getting up and going down, getting some food, texting on their phone, going to use the bathroom here and there. But if I'm you, like Mark said, I'd be sitting in my chair because there's going to be some great speakers after me, and I'd be taking notes and get ready to leave here and be on fire. I was asked to speak about why Primerica, and I could give you the obvious answers that many of us in here know. Debt's at an all-time high, savings is at an all-time low. Y'all seen the USA Today survey that says 95% of the people that hit 65 are dead broke and still working. It says that average pay raise, is not even keeping up with inflation. Hope in America right now is devastated. Hope is just the chance that tomorrow is going to be better than today, but many people, if they're an employee, they know tomorrow is not going to be better than today. We talk about, the last 3 or 4 generations' advice has kind of backfired to go to school, get good grades, get a good job. That hadn't figured out to work. Everybody's out there trying to get a quality of life, and that equals time and money. But the problem is, if you get a job, you either got a lot of people out there that have time but not enough money. Some people make money but don't have time. But making money and not having time is better off than having a lot of time to sit around thinking about how broke you are. Don't get me wrong on that. But to have both is a chance that you have here. I look back at our life, Amy and our life. We've been in business a little over 6 years now. And just over the last 6 months, I wrote down thinking about time and the time we spent with our 2 children. I got a son that's 9, a little girl that's 6. And just in the last 6 months, just from the train, anybody have to travel out there? We love to travel and spend time with our family. Just the last 6 months, we've been to Puerto Rico, to Colorado, to New York City, to Destin, Florida, and now here. And the chance of that, when I was a high school football coach, before I got introduced to this company, after I got cut from the Cleveland Browns, I ruptured my disc, got back into high school coaching, we couldn't travel anywhere. And if we would, we may have one of those what they call long weekends. Vacation's a long word, trips, a little word, and that's where we take the little trips, and we stay at the motels and not the hotel. The motels where you come in from the outside in. But now to get a chance to stay at some of the nicest places and have the freedom is unbelievable. And the money that you can make here, and like Sue said, you will make here, is phenomenal. But you can have control of it. You can get up in the mirror tomorrow morning, or you can look in the mirror tonight, and I can say, hey, Abram, you are a stud. I'm going to give you a pay raise this year, and go out there and do it. Isn't that awesome? I know the numbers in a room like this of 15, 20,000 people, there's going to be many, many, many people in here that get flat out wealthy. Y'all okay with that? And there's some people in the room that may think, it's a district manager workshop, Abram. We're just getting started. We're just getting going. But guys, listen to this. Mike Sharp once sat in a room like this. You look at Bill Whittle, Chris Koob, you sat in a room like this. Jimmy Meyer, Mark Younger sat in a room like this. And just a few short years ago, you have guys like David Farmer and Brett Burks, Jeff Filstad, Collis Temple, George Chavez sat in a room like this just a few years ago. The average income of those individuals is about $500,000 right now. Most of them still in their 20s. It's going to happen. I'm not talking about success for you 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road. Many of you within the next 12 months are going to have unbelievable success here. But I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to stay humble. Love your people. Put them as a center of attention. You know, they say that pedestals are for flowers, not for leaders. Make sure you emphasize and make the other people feel special. But after knowing what I know now for being in the business over 6 years, when I think why Prime America, it's not those other obvious answers. It's the chance to do something great. It's the chance to be somebody you're proud of. It's the chance to be a part of something so special, to maximize the talents that God's given you. I know because of this company, I'm a better husband. I know for a fact because of this company, I'm a better dad, a better friend, a better leader, better in my spiritual life. It's the challenges that make you tougher. It's the people here that make you better. It's the leadership of this great company that can make you stronger. In living life better than you've ever lived it before, that's the challenge. An opportunity to literally impact and influence thousands of people, to go for it, maybe to be their kid's hero, to deliver for their spouse, to give more to churches and people in need. You know, there's a great saying that a life of purpose and passion is far better than a life of leisure and pleasure. Here you have a purpose. There's a reason you're here in this room today. This isn't all the district managers in the company, but you guys have a purpose. There's a reason why you're here right now. And many of you over this weekend are going to make a decision to do something special. You can get passionate about what we do here at this great company. All you got to do is see what you want your life to look like down the road. You got to have a clear vision and go to work. That's it. You know, before I left, I live in a golf course community. It's unbelievable. Sometimes I wake myself up in the morning, kind of pinch myself because, I mean, it's just so beautiful. We got a clubhouse with restaurants and swimming pools with slides for the kids, workout facilities, massage. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. It's like really living life like you're at a resort. I love it. And I was taking my son swimming, spending some time with him before I left. And just like all kids, you know, we like to see how far we can swim underwater. Anybody ever done that? And he's 9, and he had goggles on, and that length of the pool's pretty far. And he was swimming it, and he got to the end. He said, "Dad, I'm going to try to do it now with my goggles off. I'm going to come back to you." I said, "Fantastic," thinking he would just come right back easy like he did. And he swam on back, and he came up almost about 10 or 15 yards short of the end. And I said, "Son, what's wrong? You just did it." He said, "Dad, I couldn't see the end." That's why it's so important. It's not just get in this thing, go to work, take action. That's important. But we got to know where we're going because this thing is tough as well. You're going to get punched in the gut every once in a while. And it's the ability to know where you want to be, where you're going, that's going to allow you to get back up. You got to plant your tree. I see so many people in Prime America, so many people in this nation, they get excited about something. They plant their tree in the ground. They water. They put the soil over it, right? Maybe 1 or 2, 3 weeks go by, 1 or 2, 3 months go by, they pick that tree up, they get excited about something else, they want to go plant it over here. They think sun may be better over here. Well, then they get excited about something else, they pick it up and go over here. They never give their self a chance and time to let their roots grow. Bill Whittle told me something in this business when I first got started that was so important that I heard him say from stage, "Don't bolt before your blessing. Plant your tree, let the roots grow." There's a story about the cliffs of Dover where the Romans were invading England, and they did it year after year after year. They come in onto the ocean in these big boats right onto the beach, and they start trying to climb up the cliff to take over the cliff. And the English would throw these rocks down on them. They pelt them with bow and arrows, and they drive the English back in their boats. Next year they come back. They did this for about 8-10 years straight. Then the Romans got a new commander, a new leader. And they came up into those shores, right? And the army started to charge those cliffs to start climbing. And the troops turned around because they saw smokes, and their ships were burning. And they thought the enemy had gotten to their ships. And all the men started to panic, and they started talking to their commander. They got to our ships. He said, No, I burned the ships. He said, "We're either going to take the cliffs today or we're going to die here on the beach. We got to burn all of our options. there's no looking back. Some of you right now are winning big time and wrapping up. Some of you guys are winning big. Some of you guys coming here, I know a group this size too, some of you may be hurting a little bit. You know, your pride may be hurting a little bit. Your business may be hurting a little bit. Your dreams may be hurting a little bit. Hey, but you're alive and they're alive. And when you look around at this group, I know it's dark in here, but look at the don't say it, but look to the person to your right and your left, just give them a little fist bump. Because they may be older than you. You may not know them. They may be white. They may be black, right? They may be Asian. They may be male or female. But hey, guys, listen. We got a bond here. There's something special about this group. We got a kindred spirit. We got a like mindset. That's the magic. It's time for us to unleash the beast on the competition. Would y'all agree? It's time, hey, listen, hey, it's time for us to go flat out crazy. They say two strong men can hold any man down. I believe that. But they say if you go to an insane asylum and a guy goes berserk, it takes 8 to 10 people to put a madman in a straitjacket. Hey, listen, we got 20,000 people in this room, and if we decide to go crazy on the competition, they're going to need to have 200,000 people to stop us, and they can't do that. Hey, I know, listen, guys, I know this. I know, and I believe this with all my heart, that we got the next great wave of Primerica leadership in this room. In fact, we just don't know it. Hey, guys, we're counting on it. I love you. Proud to be your teammate. Thanks very much.